Do you work hard to protect your skin from the harmful effects of sun damage and the risk of skin cancer?
Always sunblock, can't say no to it.
I usually don't use any sunscreen.
Never.
I get a nice tan.
I do apply sunscreen every day, like SPF 30, and mix that in with my skincare every day.
Me and my son, we normally just come out, and if it's up to just me, I really don't pack anything too much. That's normally something my wife do.
Well, the sun's ultraviolet rays work harder.
So we know that most skin cancer is a direct relationship to excessive sun exposure and also indoor tanning.
Dermatologist Dr. Charles Mount with Allegheny Health Network urges avoiding indoor tanning. That's easy, but he knows sun exposure is a bit harder to dodge.
Sunscreen, sun protective clothing are very effective, very safe ways to mitigate how much ultraviolet radiation we're exposed to on a daily basis.
And a product as common as sunscreen is not without its critics, circulating claims on social media.
You're literally rubbing cancer into our skins.
So, like a lot of misleading elements online and in social media about various medical facts and concerns, sunscreen is going through this, and it seems to do that every year or two.
The biggest concern, benzene, a carcinogen known for its potential to cause cancer.
Benzene's not supposed to be in any of our products, really. Benzene's a big deal. Benzene's not a sunscreen. It was a byproduct of the manufacturing process. It's quite possible that lots of different consumer products beyond sunscreen, hairsprays, dyes could have a lot of things that are causing increased cancer rates, not just skin cancer.
In recent years, benzene has triggered numerous recalls on sunscreen products by the FDA.
What you can do as a consumer or as a parent, you can focus on ingredients that are not being currently investigated. That usually focuses on mineral sunscreens like zinc and titanium.
Dr. Mount encourages making informed decisions about your sunscreen.
You know, if there's chemicals, we try to watch out for that, like on labels, but you just have to do a little research, and you can find things out there that I think are safe.
Jessica Gorog says for her kids, sunscreen is better than no sun protection at all.
I think I'd rather take my chances protecting using, sunscreen. I'd rather take my chances and protect against skin cancer than not. Ready? 1, 2, 3.
Chronic ultraviolet exposure does lead to cancer.
Jessica Rogowitz, too familiar with that diagnosis.
I was first diagnosed with melanoma 3 days before I turned 25 years old in 2007.
The first of 3 diagnoses in a 15-year period, each fortunately caught in stage 1 and removed surgically. Rogowitz becoming cancer-free for the 3rd time in 2022.
So back when I was younger, sun protection wasn't a real big concern for me. A lot of times people thought I was typically younger than what I was, so I didn't realize I was damaging my skin. I liked being tan, and then that was cut very short whenever I was diagnosed with melanoma, which I learned then is the most deadly form of skin cancer. I didn't realize skin cancer could be deadly.
1 in 5 Americans will develop skin cancer in their lifetime, according to the American Academy of Dermatology, and it can affect anyone, regardless of skin tone.
For folks that argue, what do we do before sunscreen? What do we do before filtering our water? What do we do before antibiotics, right? Everything has risks. Too much water has risk. Riding in a car has risk. It's not to say that putting a product on our skin isn't without some calculable, whether it be large or small, risk, but what we do know is a large risk is excessive sun exposure.
Rogowitz, currently cancer-free, runs the Pittsburgh Melanoma Foundation to raise awareness of skin cancer.
Because there is this false sense of thinking that skin cancer is just a little Band-Aid and you're done and it's not harmful.
Kaylee Gunderson, Pittsburgh's Action News 4.